Hey everyone, welcome back to the Poplar Report. We're looking at some power options here today. We're looking at the Ecoflow Delta2 and with the extension battery on it. And we're going to be talking about how this might be a good fit for you. I know a lot of you really appreciate these type of videos because you can't really get out and test out systems yourself, and so it's good to see the systems on videos and that kind of thing so you can do your homework on what is the best unit or units for your home usage. Now, so this unit right now is on sale for $6.99 if you use our coupon code. If you use Poplar50 coupon code, that's $50 off the regular price. That brings it down to what is going to be their Black Friday sale. Now this is through Wellbots, and Wellbots, you may have heard of them on other channels. They have just really high customer service, and they just do a fantastic job answering questions and working with you. If there are any problems, they work with you to get that solution to that. So as opposed to buying straight off Amazon or anything like that, Wellbots is a more trusted distributor of power units and everything like that. Now they sell all sorts of different kinds. They sell Ecoflows, Blue Eddies, all sorts of different units. But Ecoflow still kind of has one of the best names in the business of power units. And so their stuff just always seems to be built the best and is the most intuitive. And I don't know if it is true that they just kind of feel like they've been in the game the longest. So let's just walk through what the Ecoflow Delta2 and the battery, extendable battery. It's got a little carrying case in the top here for the connector. And that does allow you to connect the two battery packs to each other. So that's super handy to have that just kind of in storage right up there. But so you have your base unit, and if you want to extend that with an extended battery, that's 1,048 watt hours in the base unit, and then another 1,048 watt hours in the expandable battery. So combined, seeing here 2,048 watt hours for the combined unit. So we have the units there. Both of them are just over 1,000 watt hours, so 1 kilowatt per unit. Now, what are these good for? One of the things I really like about the Ecoflows is just they're so much easier to carry. The big handles on the top make it easier than like the single handle, because really at 27 pounds, most of us are going to probably pick it up with two hands. You can pick it up with the one hand, which is nice. So like if you're just carrying it just a real short distance or whatever, you can grab it by the one handle and just go. But if you're carrying it for a little further distance, or you're just being a little more careful with it, you're going to grab it with both hands. So that is handy. When it comes to power output, it's got all the small kind of stuff on the front end here. We got the USB-C, 2 of those, and USB regulars on the front there. But then like with all these units, you have to turn on the outlets. So there's always going to be a button to kind of turn on those outlets before you can use your regular AC outputs. So as you can see, we got quite a few plugs. Only a couple grounded ones though, which I thought was a little interesting. But generally speaking, you only need a big grounded plug for certain uses. A lot of the other stuff, like if you're just running some lights and that kind of thing, you're going to just need smaller plugs anyway. And then up here under the flap is the inputs. This unit can input 500 watts of solar, and it does use the XT60 input here. They do have an adapter so you can plug it directly into your car through that port. But and then they do have a port for plugging into the wall, of course, and they have a breaker. So this would be used for charging off your car or for solar. They can take in 500 watts of solar, and it can take 11 to 60 volts. So depending on what type of system you have, you can do 500 watts at up to 60 volts. Like I said, these units are 27 pounds, which is kind of nice. They do stack on top of each other, as you can see. So you can stack 3 of these, and you can link 3 of these units into one another. You can add 2 of these batteries, so you can bring it up to the system to up to 3,000 watt hours. Now, the discharge, if you're wondering about that, you can discharge at 1,800 watt hours. 1,800 watts, and that is pretty high for a unit like this. So it can handle discharging and powering some things pretty heavily, but at the same time, it's still a manageable size. So that's kind of appreciated. So just to put that in perspective, for one of these units, for the 1,000 watt hours, if you have a 120 watt refrigerator, you're going to be able to run that for about 7 to 14 hours, because refrigerators don't always run. And a 120 watt refrigerator is not like one of those like dorm cube ones. It'd be like a step up above that. If you want to run a full fridge, those things run 400 to 500 watts. You'd be running that for about 2 hours. But then again, 2 hours continuous, most refrigerators cycle on, cycle off. And so that's kind of a, you really have to kind of figure out what your refrigerator is, because some of you guys got some old refrigerators that just eat up electricity. Some of you have more new modern refrigerators that are much more energy efficient. Some of you have big refrigerators, some of you have small refrigerators. Really what you need to do is get a reading on how much energy your refrigerator uses. Chest freezers use a lot less overall, even though they're a freezer, because they're more efficient and because they don't get opened up and closed quite so often. So over on Wellbots, if you want to get these 2 units together, you can. The coupon code is for the standalone Delta2 unit. It's normally $749 there, and they are going to be bringing it down for Black Friday down to $699. And so with the coupon code, you get the Black Friday sale right now, anytime through here, by using the code Poplar50 as a coupon code. So that will help you out. So if this looks like the unit for you, if you want to get a Delta2, I have to say, I'm nothing but pleased with the Ecoflows that I've had. They do a fantastic job. They seem to run their fans less than what I've seen with the other units. They seem to conserve more power. That's kind of a feeling that I've had. Other units do seem to just kind of keep running that fan, even when they don't necessarily need to. But the Ecoflows, I don't really hear the fans kick in until you're actually drawing a pretty heavy load on it or putting a whole bunch of power into it. That's kind of what I see with it. If you guys have any experience with the Ecoflow Delta2 or other Ecoflow units, please pop them down in the comments down below, because or if you had experience with Wellbots, let other people know kind of that information so that we can share that with each other. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.